So I was jibber jabbering yesterday about cybernetics and satellite based power plants, and so might as well get down to the brass tacks how I am studying some of that when I get a chance. So this is a book. There's actually on YouTube the author talks about this. It's very interesting. But this is his book. I bought it used from Goodwill. But yeah, that's the author right there. You can look him up. But he wrote a lot of other books. And guys check him out a little bit more thoroughly. So I need to read this book. It'll help me comprehend all that money that they spent on this field of science. Might as well learn about it. It's not really talked about in the West, at least in the cybernetics forum. At least not in my era, ERA era. So it might be in a different form, like automation or something like that. But so that is the book I need to be studying. On a separate note, so here's one of the books I've gotten on satellite-based power plants, and I'll show you how I kind of read these. It's really time-consuming, but I don't speak or read Russian, but I use the equivalent of a magic looking glass, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. But real quick, so this is the Earth here. That's a power line right there, power tower. So here's one of those satellites. It's getting sunlight. It's reflecting it down to the Earth, warming up the Earth. It's also shunting some of that power to send a rocket into orbit, which I need to study. Looks like the sun is giving power to the Earth for power plants, and also it's shunting energy to these rockets that are moving around. That's something I don't understand yet. And I just got this book. I haven't had time. I'm pretty much working all my waking hours at hard physical labor, and easy physical labor. But two combined, I'm really tired. So yeah, over 2 jobs. So let me show you this magic looking glass deal. It's basically all you would really call it. Let me get my. So this particular foam is a Google Pixel Pro 7. I paid a little bit too much for it. They're on sale now. This is a Translate app, Google Translate. And I put it on whatever I want. I pretty much had room on this thing to download all the different languages of the world. So R for Russian. There we go. And then we go to camera. And so basically, you see that? It turns it into English. Solar space power plants. Isn't that incredible? It's literally like a magic looking glass. See that? And you can do that for pretty much all the made languages. It's a Google Translate app. But you need a really fast phone or tablet, and then a really fast internet connection, because it's all done over a fast internet connection. So let's look at the back real quick. See if we can get. Usually there's a nice little summary. You can take pictures and have it translate the picture too. Okay. So Let me read it for you. I gotta peer over this tablet. The author of the book is a doctor of technical sciences, V.A. Grilly. He is a well-known scientist in the field of solar energy. The monograph Solar High-Temperature Heat Sources for Spacecraft, 1975, Solar Energy and Space Flights, as well as numerous articles and reports on the issues of transforming solar energy technologies, have received wide recognition from specialists and the scientific and technical community. A new book by V.A. Grillich introduces readers to one of the most fascinating problems. Let's translate this side. Okay, is that lined up? Energy and Astronautics of the Future, the problem of solar space stations designed for centralized supply to various consumers in space and on Earth during the industrialization of near-Earth space in the coming millennium. The creation of such power stations will mark the beginning of the development of large-scale space solar energy, the inevitability of which was foreseen by K.E. Tsiolkovsky and should be a new major step for humanity in the peaceful exploration of space on the basis of broad international cooperation. And so, let's see what that. So yeah, so that's how I read technical books in other languages. It's time consuming, but it's possible. This wasn't possible a couple years ago. So now all these weird sciences and obscure things are no longer they're no longer what do you call? They're no longer hidden. So they got it all figured out pretty much, and it's yet to be utilized. But they were on the verge of figuring this, or in the last decade of the Soviet Union, they were getting ready to launch this stuff, and they were going to warm up the Siberian landmass and do a bunch of other good stuff. And it didn't work out. There's a little satellite, a little Sputnik, it looks like, next to a book. So I think this needs to be figured out and looked at again. They were serious, and it's a practical way to get year-round energy into the polar regions. So the cold areas. So just wanted a little, and then this is about automating stuff. I'm gonna really study this. Another sources said that the United States internet was a direct result of trying to study this, or making a countermeasure to it. And so there's a lot to learn about that. It's some stuff to check out. So, but I don't have time. I gotta get a nap. I gotta go to work. So if you got time on your dime and stuff, I'd get to studying this stuff. I'm pretty sure this is the next. If I notice Elon Musk has been revisiting anything from battery powered vehicles, that's old tech, to reusable rockets and stuff, that's old tech. But he's been taking ideas and stuff, even his rocket origins and stuff. He was studying an old Soviet rocket manual. There's an article online about it. So he's probably going to get a hold of this tech next, where it can send energy down to the Earth. I bet that he's already got his Starlink satellites, which I'm using right now to my benefit and everything. Thank goodness I have it. I'm out in the rural area, so this might be the next step. So keep it in mind. I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's kind of a rare bird. They don't teach it in U.S. high schools, that's for sure. Probably not any only specialized, maybe technical colleges would even mention it, because it was pretty much theoretical. It wasn't widespread. There are cases even now where they're figuring things out on it, but it's not fully implemented at all. But it needs to be checked out. And then I'm digging around in here for some technology I didn't know about. So okay, I gotta go. Thanks for tuning in.